Here, I have something really funny to let you guys know about. I just did a whole live stream on mute, so I literally had to delete the live stream and do it all over again. But anyway, I'm excited to come to you today with our new TV show that we're starting up. That I'm going live every single week, called the $1 Million Marketing Plan TV show. And this is where basically I go live on all my channels, and it gives you an opportunity to talk through and think through ways to improve your marketing plan. And the whole goal behind your marketing plan is obviously develop a way to draw more business from your database, generate new leads, and build a powerful brand using modern day technology and digital marketing so that you can scale and you can scale faster. And that's the whole goal of this TV show, is to share ideas and strategies and tactics that we're using in our businesses to grow and scale fast and have success. If you don't know who I am and this is your first time kind of tuning in, Isaiah Colton here, and I've developed a company called Real Estate Nexus, which owns several other companies underneath it, all doing well over $30 million in revenue since their existence, knocking on the door of $40 million in revenue. One of those businesses, I'm actually in real estate. I'm actually growing and scaling a real estate team. And I started real estate in 2014, and we started off doing like 50, 60 transactions when I took over the brokerage and started developing this team concept. And then we ended up scaling through our team and the brokerage to over 1,000 transactions a year. And so along the way, I documented everything that I was doing, and I pretty much used this model called the Sales Acceleration Blueprint to build several businesses. And up until probably about 6 months ago, I had not unleashed that blueprint to the public, besides people that were already in my REN community. And so just recently what we did is we decided to start this program called Growth CEO. And Growth CEO is a division of REN designed to help you basically develop your own multi-million-dollar marketing plan that factors in 3 stages of growth. The first one it factors in is the stage where you need to develop your own growth engine. You need to become extremely productive yourself, and then you need to move into developing your growth engine. So this is kind of the stages. Today I'm going to cover the different stages that you want to kind of consider and look at in your business. If I can find my pen. All right. And so as you're scaling, this is what you want to keep in mind. Okay. First thing, as part of the Sales Acceleration Blueprint, what you want to keep in mind as you're scaling is, let me see if I can get a darker pen here. Okay. Is the first phase is you yourself have to develop the skills of what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. See, a lot of people in the home services industry, whether you're a loan officer or you're a real estate agent or whatever it may be, you get involved in this in the business, and your objective is to maybe make a 6-figure living, right? But then what you do is you quickly realize is that if you want to actually be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a business owner, you have to develop another set of skills. And that's why we call our program Growth CEO, is because the first step is to help you have the paradigm and break through the paradigm of becoming the CEO of your own business. And even if you're on a team, right, and you're part of that team, you still are the CEO of your own business. If you're on straight commission, right, if it's got to be, it's up to me. It's up to you to make it rain. You are the rain maker, right? Nobody else is going to make it rain for you. And so the way our program starts off is we call this the productivity growth blueprint, whereas we look at the fundamentals, where the first phase is we're looking at, okay, what's happening. Let me just switch this pen back here. So we're looking at what's happening with the basics of your marketing plan. Right? Like, do you have a marketing plan? Right? So in the chat below, I want you guys to be honest with me if you're watching this, is do you have a marketing plan, whether you're on a team or whether you're part of, or whether you're building team? Do you have a marketing plan that you follow on a daily basis? Okay, well, what do you mean by a marketing plan, Isaiah? Well, your marketing plan is things like how many calls you're committed to making a day, how many texts you're making, what your social plan looks like, right? Are you blogging? So like what are you doing, right? So you have your business plan. You have a business plan. which is actually the easier thing to develop, is the business plan. And then you have the marketing plan. The marketing plan is how you're going to actually execute against the business plan, right? That's the difference. So a lot of people don't have this right. They'll spend all their time developing their business plan, but what they do is they don't actually have a good marketing plan. So if you kind of break this down, I just draw it out a little bit different here, okay? Your goal is to go over here, and for most people, it's financial freedom, it's time freedom, whatever it may be. And so what you do is you develop a business plan, right, to get there. But then a lot of people don't actually have the marketing plan in place to actually execute against the goal. And that's really what Growth CEO is about, is to help you think through what the plan needs to look like based on your individual goals. You see, my plan, as bold as this sounds, is to someday become a billionaire. My goal is to be a billionaire by the time I'm 65. That's my goal. So my plan, my marketing plan, and my business plan are going to be very different than somebody's goal is to get to being making 6 figures or 7 figures, right? So the plan is different. So my question to you is, do you have a marketing plan that you're following on a consistent basis? Drop in the chat, yes or no. That's the first thing that you have to develop, is a marketing plan. And part of the sales acceleration blueprint is actually looking at the key fundamentals of the marketing plan. All right. So what are some of the fundamentals that need to go into your marketing plan? All right. And this is the blueprint. This is what the blueprint, generally speaking, looks like. All right. So the first and foremost, most important in your marketing plan is what's happening with your database. Getting your leads organized, getting them situated, getting your contacts figured out, making sure that your database is clean, up to date, making sure that you have a way to track your progress between your warm leads, your lukewarm leads, and your cold leads. And for some of you, you might have a hot leads category. So a lot of people are diving into business and they don't even have their CRM right. Their CRM is nothing more than a storage bin, and that's a problem, right? So things like that. And then you have your lead generation, your lead follow-up, your social media and video, and your lead conversion, and then you have your agent attraction, so you build a sales team, right? And so this is all part of the growth engine, and that's essentially what you got to figure out. It's the first phase. Like, so if you want to go from 6 figures to 7 figures, right? If you really, really want to get to the 6-figure income, is you got to have a strong marketing plan. And that's where the first phase of the sales acceleration blueprint comes in. Okay. So in future episodes, I'm going to be talking about the difference between a good plan, a good marketing plan based on old school ways of doing things, and a marketing plan that is like more tailored towards like the new way of doing things. So that way you can put yourself in a position to make sure that you're following the best practices along the way, and that you're able to implement and to make more money. Okay, that's what we're doing, right? And the goal is to have a marketing plan is to get you here to the 6 figures and 7 figures as fast as possible. So this is what we call Growth CEO. Just give me a quick overview. If you're wondering what the next part is now up here, you got to look at your business system. So once you're knocking on the door of 6 figures and going into 7 figures, really what's going to jam you up is your business systems. And this is looking at your people, process, and tools, and systematizing everything. Okay. And the next part of the Growth CEO plan is your wealth creation plan. Like, what are you doing to create wealth? What multiple streams of income do you have? And so what I want for you more than anything, one of the reasons, my mission, my vision of going live here, doing the $1 Million Marketing Plan TV show, is to help you think through this process, right? This growth plan of going from developing your sales engine, so to speak, to getting to business systems, to creating wealth. And I've had an opportunity to scale all the way up to right now. The phase that I'm in is, well, each one of my businesses are a different phase, right? But the phase that I'm in overall with Isaiah Colton and Company is now I'm focused on acquisitions, multiple streams of income, leverage, different things like that. And my other businesses, I'm kind of looking at them and looking at this Growth CEO roadmap and seeing kind of where they're at. and watching and monitoring them. So I have a lot to share with you. Make sure that you tune in, ask questions as I go live every week. I'm going to try to go live right around 11:30 every week. Keep it to about 10 minutes, depending on how long the questions have. But even after this video is done and I'm not live anymore, I want you to ask your questions. Everything goes, anything related to marketing, sales, growing your business. Feel free to ask your questions and drop your questions in the chat. So that way we can have productive talks and you can get results and you can apply what we're talking about directly to your business growth. Okay. Isaiah Colton with Real Estate Nexus and Growth CEO. I am excited to see you here next week as I go live with the $1 Million Marketing Plan. If you need a plan, okay, go to my website, isaiahcolton.com, and you can download a free step-by-step marketing plan to start with. This is what I'm going to be talking and walking you through every step of the way. Till next week, go out and kill it. And just remember, you're one idea away to having a breakthrough in your business.